It is awesome. Seriously. Okay. This camera is being held up by a thing of fruit. I have other examples. I keep dried fruit in my car, so there you go. This is how we work.
We work well
at it.
So
high class. Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Chelsea Robson, and you are watching the spoiler review of Captain Marvel. My name is Chelsea Robson once again. This is
Cami from the Life of Cami.
Cami from the Life of Cami. If you can check us out individually on our... Let's start this over.
Good call.
Good call. All
Good
right.
call.
Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Chelsea Robson.
I am Cami from the Life of Cami.
We are so excited to be able to share with you the spoiler review of Captain Marvel. Let's do it. Okay, so if you saw our non-spoiler review, you were probably like, yeah, okay, I get it. It was good enough to go see. And now I've seen it, so now I want the good stuff. I want all of the talks. I want to talk about all the things. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, first off, I want to talk about going into this movie, what were your expectations? Were they met? And any other thoughts right now?
So my expectations were pretty low because I don't really know that much about Captain Marvel. So I really didn't. I wanted to learn her story about what she does and stuff like that. And I was blown away. I thought it was an amazing film. I was very impressed the entire time.
I thought it was a good film too. I had been watching a whole bunch of other videos about people who know way more about Marvel movies than I do. There's a lot of them. Go check them out. I'm sure you already have. But so I knew a little bit about the different things that people were like, I wonder, the possible spoiler reviews, possible things. So I was like, okay, I'm good with not knowing spoiler things. I'm fine. So yeah, let's go in. And I thought that this movie in all was a great film that did what it was supposed to do. Is it my favorite Marvel movie? No. Do I feel like a connection with really any of the characters other than Nick Fury? Not so much. Do I really care about any of them? Do you?
I care about them simply because of Avengers Endgame, that I'm hoping a lot comes back around.
Yeah. So
therefore I care about them for that purpose only. So
yes, and that's really what I think this movie was entailing. Because it was set in 1995, somewhere in there. Because it was set in the 90s, they were really just kind of filling in plot points, because obviously it wasn't enough for everybody else to know about these things. I mean, it's classified, so but it's, I don't know, I felt like that was just the whole point of this movie. Was just to fill in plot holes and just get you pumped for Endgame, which I believe the Endgame will be the biggest film. It'll break all records. It'll be the thing. Just know it. I just know it. Especially this movie really does a good job. Well, we shall try this again. My fruit failed me. Okay, all right, here we go. I'll put that little blooper blink right there. Okay, we're back. I felt like Avengers Endgame is really what everybody is banking on.
Right.
Cha-ching. Yeah. So as far as going into spoiler reviews of this, so first off, we start off and you're introduced to Carol Danvers, but we know her as Veers. We know nothing about her other than she doesn't know who she is. She's got these flashes of memories that come around, but not much more. And you're introduced to the hunky, what is his name?
Jude Law.
Jude Law, yes. Oh, the hunky Jude Law. He comes in and he's like, hey, and I'm like, oh, girlfriend, go for that. But at the same time, you're like, I feel like there's a lot of mind games going on in this film. From the beginning, I kind of felt like that. I was like, I don't know if I can trust him, but okay.
But you almost wanted to trust him.
Yeah, of course, it's Jude Law.
Yes.
Yes, okay. And then, so after that, you go in and she is crash lands in a blockbuster, which that was a funny scene.
That was funny. It took me back to like
It
the
did.
90s.
Yeah, it took
Everybody went to Blockbuster. So.
and everybody was so happy, and like she pulls out certain movies, and I like saw Hook in the background. I was like, good times. I think pretty sure that they went in and like decided, I'm going to put in every single, like the top sold VHSs of the era, and just line them up around this, no matter what the genre was, because I'm sure that they really didn't care about that.
Right, they were mixing many genres in that selection of movies.
What blockbuster did you ever go in that all of the genres were completely organized all the time? That doesn't happen.
Good point.
So, yeah, so at that point, she's in her, like, laser tag outfit, and you meet Fury, which he looks super dashing.
He does look dashing, actually. I was like, Samuel L. Jackson, killing it right now.
Killing it. But I have to say, like, seeing, what's his partner's name?
Agent. I cannot think of his name.
Oh, crap. We're so bad. Look it up.
I'm looking it
And
up
I'll
right
edit
now.
this out. Agent Coulson. Got it. Okay.
I didn't even look it up.
God. Agent Coulson, because I really liked him because they're like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, I had been watching the first couple of seasons of that one, binge watched it, and then I just haven't gotten back into the after like season 4. But anyway, I watched the first 4 seasons of that, and I really missed him. I was like, I miss Agent Coulson. So I honestly believe that they'll bring him back in Endgame.
Yes.
I believe it completely, especially knowing the fact that everybody loves Agent Coulson, and that's why they gave him his own TV show and like cheated death from that whole thing. So, I mean, S.H.I.E.L.D. can do anything, right? Anything, because they're S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyway, so all of these things, I felt like the build-up going through, like they had a lot of good scenes, got a lot of. They didn't give away too much in the beginning, and then like they kept it rolling really well. So it's about 2 hours long.
Right.
And I felt like it was, I didn't ever think, I wonder what time it is.
Never. The
Yeah.
only reason I knew what time it was because my Fitbit kept telling me I needed to walk. Like, that's the only reason why I was like, oh, it's been an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, I was entertained throughout the entire movie. There was never a part where I was like, oh my gosh, this is taking too long. Like, it moved at a really well-paced.
Yeah. What was your favorite, was there a favorite scene?
My favorite scene was probably as she's flying through the air, and like all of a sudden she like turns around and all of a sudden she's the one flying, and like her hair is like in the mohawk thing. I was
The
like,
Mohawk view,
yes, the mohawk thing. I was like, okay, she's got it, crushing it right now.
She's crushing this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, here's my question as far as female heroes, and I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, I'm sure, because I always get slack for things like this when I bring it up, like always, but I'm gonna bring it up. So I was a huge fan of Wonder Woman, and I felt like of all of the DC films, people know that I really haven't been a fan of all the DC films. The only ones that I've ever really been a fan of, a lot of people don't like Man of Steel, but I liked Man of Steel. They just needed to cut like 20 minutes out and it would have been like perfect. But I liked the movie all along. And then Wonder Woman. But Wonder Woman is by far my favorite DC movie.
Absolutely, I agree 100% with that. Wonder Woman is the best.
And then they go through and like that movie really was, I mean, it was like a calling card for like female empowerment.
Right.
But I feel like they did it better.
You're talking about DC did it better.
Yes, DC did female empowerment movie better than Captain Marvel, because I felt like they were trying to make their Wonder Woman, because they really haven't had a female superhero coming up through the ranks as
Right.
like, this is my one, and they're trying to make her, and she is really like the thing that's going to turn the tables on Thanos.
Hopefully, we'll see.
We shall see. We don't know, but I'm assuming.
I'm
yes.
hoping for Ant-Man, but okay.
You're hoping that he's the one that, like.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I can dig that. I like his character too. You know, he's a good guy. But yeah. So Carol, I think, I don't know. It was hard for me to really connect with her.
yes, she didn't really let you in. Like, there wasn't really a vulnerability side that you got to see.
Yeah. I think one of my main things is, if you look at a lot of these female empowerment movies, they always come from the same, like, I have been knocked down, I have been, like, set flat, and therefore I'm going to stand above, which I'm sure that speaks to a lot of people. I'm sure of it. But it doesn't, like, I still don't feel like it's the best way to empower women.
Right.
I felt like Wonder Woman did it best because she didn't have anything to prove to anyone.
She had something to prove to herself.
To herself, but it was more of like a growing thing for her. Like, she had to grow up a little bit and kind of like go through things. But it was never in a sense of like, I'm going to get ahead of the man, because she didn't have, like, that whole concept was like, what is man? I don't know.
Right.
So I felt like it did it so much better because it came from a place of, I'm not trying to overcome what the man has put me down, and I'm, like, proving myself. And that was one of the main things at the very end of this, where she's like, I don't need to prove anything to you.
Yes, that was probably by far my favorite line.
I did like how they did that, how he was like, come on, I got it, and then she's like, boom. Like,
just knocks him
mono
out.
y mono, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yes.
I use what my strengths are, and my strengths overpower all of your strengths. So boom, like, I liked that.
Yes.
And I'm sure that was the reason why they put it in there. Music, favorite songs.
Oh, man, this was like a 90s like flashback. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, junior high and high school, that is what's happening in this movie for me, and it was amazing. My favorite song was When Just a Girl came on.
Yes.
By No Doubt.
That one still has a very solid place in my Rolodex.
Yes, it does. It's still a song where if you're having a bad day, you put that song on and all of a sudden your day's totally turned around.
Right. And I was glad that it came out during that time so that it could be put in this film. I was thinking, okay, what other females are they going to put in there? And I was like, okay, Gwen Stefani or Pink. It was really the two main ones that
they
I was
had
like,
some TLC in there as
that's
well.
True. That's
it was kind of fantastic. So
good times.
Yes. A little salt and pepper. Like, it was just great.
They had a good time.
The music was great, so.
I thought her jeans were cute too.
Yes.
Was I the only one that like looked
No,
at
I did notice her jeans.
Those
I was
are cute.
like, I wish I could pull jeans off like that. Doesn't work for me.
They were just like, I don't know, in the 9 Inch Nails t-shirt. I was like, all right.
The grunge with the flannel tied around your waist. I'm still trying to bring that back. It's not happening, but I'm trying.
Oh, someday, Cami.
Someday.
All right, anything else that we want to talk about that that was the thing, is this movie, there weren't a lot. I mean, you could talk about Fury getting his eye poked out.
That was actually kind of fun.
I liked the whole how they did that, but because it was a surprise when, like, the 12-headed monster, like, or the octopus comes out of the cat.
I kept thinking that Goose, the cat, was going to be Marvel.
Oh, really?
Like,
yeah.
that's what I was like, okay, so when does she turn back into Marvel? Because she has to be one of the shapeshifters. Like, that's what I was thinking.
I can see
the
that,
entire
yeah.
time. And it never happened, so.
Well, yeah, and then that conversation of like, oh, can you turn yourself into a cat? What's a cat? Like,
Yes.
how about a chest of drawers? Why would I turn myself into a chest of drawers? I was like, I feel like I'm in Harry Potter right now. Like,
It's true.
oh, let's see, what can I turn myself into? Okay, what else? Anything else?
Overall, it was a great movie. I definitely recommend it. It helps fill in a lot of the holes, and I was thoroughly entertained the entire time, so.
Let's talk about the additional scenes.
The additional scenes, yes.
Okay, so the first additional scene was when we're skipping forward to Avengers Endgame, and you have we have Black Widow, and she's like, I need whoever this, she's getting all like, I need to find out whoever this is talking to. Of course, Fury knows, and then you turn around and you see her, and she looks different.
She does. Yes, the makeup was definitely different.
It was very like white. Like, she looks like she's been through stuff.
Yes.
And I can see that, but I don't know. it just, once again, it was like, I really can't. You said something about how they were kind of trying to make her the Superman.
Right. That's kind of what I thought of, because she can fly, she can, I mean, use her lasers to, you know, destroy stuff.
Right.
Like, that's kind of what I was thinking of, is she's going to be the one that's going to save the day.
So why do I connect more to Superman than I do to her?
Because Superman is a geek. And who doesn't love a geek?
That's true. That's true. Okay. We'll go with that. And once again, like, she also has that stuff that she's like, I gotta put on my mean face. Like,
Her mean face, she crushed it.
she does. Okay. Well, all in all, good film. The sun is getting really bright on my eyes. But anyway, we just wanted to sit down and say all the things that we liked, disliked, and we're looking forward to Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
It's going to break all records. I just know, and it's just like, take my money. I've invested this far. Like, there's no turning back now. So, you know.
Absolutely, I agree.
All right. Once again, my name is Chelsea Robson. You can find me on my individual channel. That is at Chelsea Robson, and this is Cami from
The Life of Cami.
Check her out because she's got a lot of fun. But what was you did a dating video?
I did do a dating video.
That was a good one.
Real life stories. They suck.
Truth. Oh, I should come on yours and talk about some of my real life stories.
That would be awesome.
Great times.
I'm going to have Chelsea Robson on mine.
Perfect. And then I'll have you come on my personal channel as well, because, you know, we got to share these things around. Anyway,
Absolutely.
Until next time, you are watching the Rotoscopers YouTube.